Hello and welcome to Chapter 2, where we focus on broadening your teen's sense of themselves outside of anxiety by focusing on who and what is important to them. So often, anxiety, depression, or other strong emotional experiences can really define our identities, which makes sense because they can be all-consuming. And yet, we are more than our emotions, we are more than our experiences, and when we can connect to who and what matters, we can connect to who we are as an individual, as well as be more likely to tolerate some of the discomforts that show up when we move towards what's important to us. Now, I have been ziplining in Costa Rica, and that was a terrifying experience. And yet, admittedly, being a parent is still the most anxiety-provoking experience I've ever had. Why? Because my child's well-being, their safety, and their general happiness is incredibly important to me. And what we value also makes us vulnerable. Fortunately, those values also help us make space for all of the discomforts such as anxiety or the multitude of sacrifices that we have to make as a parent that show up. Do you remember 3 a.m. feedings? Or maybe if you're similar to me at this stage of the game, it's more about those late night pickups when my bedtime seems to get earlier and earlier. So now, in the spirit of walking alongside our teens, I'm going to encourage you to do an exercise similar to what they're doing this week. I'd like you to make a list of the people who matter. The people who matter to you. And now consider that if you were treating them as if they mattered, what might they see? What might they hear? What might be different? Would there be more kindness or compassion, patience, limit setting? And can you also notice what might show up and what you might have to make space for? For me, as a parent, I often need to create some space for anxiety about their future, or frustration or impatience around feeling like I'm having the same conversation over and over. So this week, I want to encourage you to do something every day in line with who matters to you. I also want you to notice if there's any discomforts, any thoughts or feelings that might show up as you do so. And practice breathing into them, knowing that they're there because you're connecting with who and what matters to you. Until next time, take care.